What's the weirdest SZOL act you've been asked to do? Butthole kisses, I guess. She wanted to spread our butt cheeks and make our assholes kiss. I met a man that I really liked. He was very attracted to me but always stopped me when I tried to initiate anything SZOL. He kept telling me that he liked me but that I probably could not handle him sexually. I couldn't imagine what he could possibly mean, but I found out when he finally came over and we started kissing. I was straddling him on the couch when he grabs my hair. I like having my hair pulled, and pulls my head down a little closer and whispers in my ear that he wants me to vomit into his mouth. I did not like that. I was asked to pretend he was tiny, and that he was crawling down my shirt and into my pants and inside of me, nestling and making a home. His words. A girl once asked me if I minded if she dug her nails into my back. I don't and told her the harder the better. Fast forward to post-skeletal snuggles and she freaks out because she realizes she's drawn blood. Runs to the toilets to throw up and won't come back into the bedroom until I change her sheets to get rid of the blood. If you're going to dig in, make sure you're fine with a bit of blood. Choke her with my belt. I felt strange but she came like a rocket. A girl I was hooking up with wanted to have a threesome with her sister. Expecting something, well, a little less twisted than what was presented. I agreed. An hour later she was fist deep in her sister. And I was beginning to realize that she really liked F-king her sister. We didn't last long. A hug. And her phone number was what again? I think I posted about this before on here. But one time my ex-girlfriend wanted me to finger her with my toes. She grabbed my foot and stuck my big toe in her. And I did my best to move it around. She got super turned on by it. And it did feel good, admittedly. Obviously it's pretty tame by the standards set by some fetishes. But my last girlfriend got off on being choked. Like cutting off air supply choked. The first time she asked how I was like, really? And I didn't squeeze hard enough. She slapped my face and goes, I said choke me you PSSY. I laughed and F-king leaned right into it. You dated Cheryl Carol Tunt? My buddy from college asked me to bang his GF while he watched. He had some weird racial cuckold fetish. Had a girl ask me to pee in her butt. It took a while to relax and calm the FCK down enough to be able to do it. But I did it. 5/10. Would do it again. But only if asked. But only if asked. What a gentleman. Break into my then girlfriend's house wearing a balaclava while she was asleep. Take a knife from her kitchen. And mock pay her. It troubles me to this day. Definitely read that as baklava. Sounded tasty for a minute there. Fisting. I did it. She loved it. It did not weird me out as much as I thought it would. Remember to take off your watch. It was like Thanksgiving all over again. Guy had a glass table. Asked me to sh-tea on it while he wanked underneath it. I declined. During my first SZOL experience with someone, they asked me to cut one of their breasts with a pair of scissors. I wish I was making this up. My long-term ex-boyfriend was really into water sports. It's something that I could never bring myself to do. But I resigned myself to him coming into the bathroom and watching me with a mischievous smile every time I took a leak. That would freak me out more than peeing on him. Dude. Toilet time is solo time in my world. Have dirty hands and not bathe after chainsawing all day. Not for sex. Just for hanging out and cuddling. Not sure what the FCK was going on there. I've traveled hundreds of miles to give you my seed. He asked me to stomp on his balls while wearing my stilettos. I noped right on out of that. Goddamn. I'm Suru Vanilla. I was once asked if I wanted to perform an old King Clancy on a girl. Asked me to choke her while wearing latex gloves. Then to fishhook her mouth with my fingers. Was really odd, but what hell, right? Sounds like being pet by a dentist. Not me. But my ex-girlfriend told me about some weird stuff guys have asked her to do. The worst I think was this one guy that wanted her to insert a bobby pin in his urethra. And then jerk him off. Dang it, Bobby. That boy ain't right. I do a creepily accurate Elmo impression. Was asked by a girl I met at a bar to FCK her in character as Elmo. While wearing an adult-sized Elmo costume. And before you ask, I told her to wait while I went to go change in the bathroom and tossed the costume in there as I noped my way out the side door. I've already wrote a reply but something just crossed my mind. My first girlfriend used to beg me to finger her when her mom would call her. I have no idea why. Maybe it was the fear of being caught. I have to admit that it was a bit of a turn on but still. It was pretty damn strange. For context. I'm 6'3" and white while my ex was 5 feet and black. Mid-coitus, of the doggy variety, she rears back and yells call me N. Ah. At the time it was a pretty big shock and I responded with a rather half-hearted mumble. But we got into some race-themed dom play later. I could imagine this as a Chapel's Show skit. I once had a lady ask me to bring her a plate full of semen. I hesitated at first because, well, how strange of a request is that? But FCK it. I decided to go through with it. And as it turns out, she was actually asking for salmon. And that's how I got fired from Red Lobster. A guy asked me if he could take a shitty while I FK'd him once and let him suck me off once I came. My ex would have me lie there while he humped the side of my leg. If I asked to do anything remotely more SI he would get upset. It was insanely boring. So what breed was your dog? Anal. Which, by itself isn't hugely surprising. Except they meant an L while pooping. Was having phone sex with a girl. When I told her I came she told me drink your cum and tell me how it tastes. We're about to get our first apartment together for your information. Some girl on the bus told me to not take photos of her and Sturbert. Kinky AF. A girl once asked me to give her a rusty venture. My ex asked me to hold my doodle when I pee. Lol doodle. She cut me 7 times on the inside of my thigh and let her drink and suck the wounds for half an hour. Hold hands. Like. WTF. That's just unnatural. OP needs something for the old spank bank. The fact that he is responding to everyone and asking for details is creeping me out. Lol now.